world population growth projections put Africa at more than half of the global population by 2050. This reflecting a change in fertility rates in different countries. Now, Africa needs to raise food production by 60% in the next 15 years to cater for her growing population. Joining us is Nuradin Osman, Vice President and General Manager at AGCO Africa, to discuss this and more. Thank you very much for creating time to speak to us, Nuradin. Now, very first, are we ready as Africa to actually cater for what we have so far, for the population that we have so far?
Yes, we are. Africa has all the conditions that we need. We need the land, we need the water. So the conditions for growing food in Africa is there. So what we need is a time for action. We need to increase productivity. And the current land that we have to improve the systems that we use to increase our productivity to match the population growth.
Again, we do look at Africa having one of the vast land in Africa is considered to be fertile, but also left unused. So what are maybe the private sector and what are they doing? Like you are one of the largest manufacturers and distributors of agricultural machineries. What exactly are you doing to see that this vast land that is left untilled also be used to actually contribute to this?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. 2 points what we are doing in the continent. One is changing the image of agriculture. That's number one. We need the young people to go to, at a young age, to study farming and to see the biggest opportunity growth in the continent in terms of job creation, wealth creation will come from agriculture. So what we are doing is putting an agriculture in a position that it becomes attractive for young people to study. That's why we launched the new program that we target developing junior management. We need farm managers, we need factory managers, we need processing managers. For that, there is only less than 2% of graduates in Africa is studies farming. So there's huge mismatch. The demand for food production, demand of bringing more land into production. And the challenge is we don't have young people studying agriculture, and that's the one thing that we are addressing by offering our training program to younger people to get into this industry.
Tell me about the new agribusiness initiative that you're launching in Kenya. What is it going to cater for? How is it going to work? The layout plan? What is it all about?
This program, it came from the original program we developed. We developed a future farm where we develop short course programs. We train farmers from 2 days crop establishment, 2 days crop production, crop protection, how to drive the tractor. We've been very successful the last 5 years in Zambia. What we notice is we lack the middle management. And this program, we partnered with Strathmore University and Harper Adams in the UK to cater for middle management. So the program is a 2-year program. AGCO is investing about $1 million for the program, to develop the content of the program, the leadership program training, how to use our machinery, how to use best practice farming, precision farming, irrigation. All of these will be done through the university. So what AGCO providing to university is the content, as well as the tuition for the students, and as well selecting the students. We've selected today 20 students to start the program. Our idea is to go online in the near future so that we can target millions of students in the future. But for now, all the students graduate this program, they will be employed by us, not just training, but it's employment connected. So the students have been carefully selected and mixed from different countries, from Nigeria, from Egypt, from Kenya. Majority are coming from Kenya. And the program started yesterday, and we'll monitor very closely, and we'll expand this program to other parts of Africa.
Ms. Nuradin, reading through the synopsis, I did see that you're focusing on providing agri-focused skill and knowledge and increasing employment in the agriculture sector. But then when we look at the trends as of today, disruptive technologies taking up in the market, we're seeing now robots actually doing much of the work in the fields. Don't you think at one point that we are actually going to be losing more jobs instead of creating them?
I think there's a myth. Technology helps increase productivity. biggest challenge we have today in Africa, getting consistent supply from the land so that we can add value. Because if we grow maize and soya, for example, we need to turn into a feed that we can produce chicken, for example. But to do that, the jobs will shift from the land to the processing side. So the processing side is where the jobs will come. We want to move people out of the field. Today's productivity and average yield in Africa is 1.5 ton, and world average is maize is about 6 ton. So how do we catch up the rest of the world? It will not be by using animal directory or manual labor. We'll have to mechanize. Technology will help us to make the land more productive, so we can add value to those crops that we produce and the jobs will definitely come from the processing side. And we believe in we can increase significantly more jobs will be created in the agriculture sector than what we are doing today. We're just shifting from the land to the processing side.
Now, countries like South Africa are making a killing on the agriculture sector. We did see them contributing to 12% of the total export earnings in 2016's financial year. But then when you come to the east of the continent, it's not that much of, it does not translate that much on paper. What do we have to do to actually see that regions like East Africa with Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, one of the regions that actually have fertile soils also do better with their agriculture sector and see more export earnings coming in?
I think that if you look at East is very high importing for grain, basic grains like soya, maize, and wheat. Significantly is important in East Africa. So we have to shift and we have to create a balance for protecting the farmer. Today, East Africa, the farmer is not paid well. The farmer there is a middleman buying from the farmer. So we have to make sure that at the gate level, the farmer is profitable. If the farmers in East Africa have to increase the yield, East Africa yields are much lower than South Africa, for example. South Africa is an average farmer in maize, for example, is about 6 ton, even some farmers getting 8 ton. Last year, the rain conditions were very good in Southern Africa. We've seen farmers even got 12 ton maize. So we have to shift from the farmers in East Africa. We have to assist them to increase productivity and to make sure they are paid fair price at the farm gate. And East African farmers are not really paid fair what they're producing today. And that's the area where government can play a role and can improve storage. The other part of that what we are doing now is our education, also teaching the post-harvest loss. In post-harvest loss in East Africa is much higher than compared to Southern Africa, for example. So we have to address areas on the supply chain, improving the farmer is paid fair price at the farm gate level. We have to improve storage capability East Africa, especially when you look at mango or other food products. In East Africa, it could be 100% lost storage. So that's the area where AGCO is investing heavily to improve the storage capability in East Africa.
Now, before we wrap this all up, just help me understand, we did see 57% of your turnovers coming from the EMEA regions. That's the Europe, Middle East, and African regions. But which strategies are you laying out to actually see that these numbers can also go up? I mean, we're not only looking at the region, but also the contribution that agriculture would have on either the region or the operations of the AGCO.
Personally, I was privileged to work in any part of the world. I worked in UK agriculture, lived in the US for 5 years, worked in Switzerland for 5 years. Personally, when I look at the total AGCO turnover, Africa plays very small role. The total industry mechanization in Africa, even smaller than like state of São Paulo in Brazil. I would like to see, personally, I like to see more done into attracting young talent to go into business in agriculture. That's what we need in Africa, especially in East Africa. Today, we're competing with other industries, telecom, financial sector, marketing side, the public sector. So there's not enough students going through the studying in agriculture. So that's one we have to address. We have to make agriculture attractive for young people to see there is a profitable business. So, and I would like to see the productivity increase in the continent. and that AGCO is willing to invest upfront in terms of education, or educating, changing the image of farming, and making it attractive for young people to venture in, see as an area for to develop. As you said at the beginning of your statement, was the population growth. Africa expected to double. We have doubled today's production, let alone increasing more land, bringing it to production. So the idea for us in AGCO is really attracting young people. We have technology. AGCO is the leading technology agricultural organization in the world. And we need to bring this technology in the continent. We can't bring technology without education in the continent.